The God of War series stands as a testament to the power of storytelling in video games. From its inception, it has captivated players with its rich mythology, complex characters, and visceral gameplay. At its heart, the series explores themes of vengeance, redemption, and the consequences of one's actions, weaving a narrative tapestry that is as compelling as it is thought-provoking. In the original God of War trilogy, Kratos is portrayed as a tragic hero, consumed by a thirst for revenge against the gods who have wronged him. His journey is one of relentless pursuit as he battles his way through the pantheon of Greek mythology in search of justice. But beneath the surface, there's a deeper story unfolding, one of loss, betrayal, and the struggle to find the meaning in a world torn apart by war. The original God of War, released in 2005, introduces players to Kratos' tragic backstory, revealing the events that led to his descent into madness. The game is a visceral experience with brutal combat and breathtaking set pieces that thrust players into the heart of Greek mythology. But amidst the bloodshed and chaos, there are moments of humanity, glimpses of the man Kratos once was before his soul was consumed by rage. And then there's God of War 2, released in 2007. It builds up upon the events of the first game, taking players on a journey through the depths of the underworld and beyond as Kratos seeks to reclaim his stolen power and exact revenge on Zeus. The game is a triumph of storytelling and game design, with epic boss battles and stunning visuals that push the limits of what the then PlayStation 2 hardware could actually do. But it's also a meditation on the nature of power and the consequences of unchecked ambition as Kratos grapples with the consequences of his own actions. Moving on to God of War 3, released in 2010, it brings Kratos' story to its epic conclusion as he launches a full-scale assault on Mount Olympus itself in a bid to overthrow the gods and claim his rightful place as ruler of the world. The game is a tour de force of action and spectacle, with jaw-dropping set pieces and heart-pounding combat that leaves players breathless. But amidst the chaos and destruction, there are moments of quiet reflection as Kratos confronts the cost of his actions and the toll that they have taken on his soul. But the story doesn't end there. In 2018, Santa Monica Studios reimagined the series with a bold new vision, taking Kratos out of the world of Greek mythology and into the realm of the Norse lore. This reboot, simply titled God of War, is more than just a game. It's a reimagining of the entire series, with a focus on storytelling, character development, and world building that sets a new standard for the medium. The game follows an older, wiser Kratos as he attempts to leave his violent past behind and forge a new life for himself and his son Atreus. Together, they embark on a journey throughout the 9 realms, facing off against gods, monsters, and demons as they seek to fulfill Atreus' mother's dying wish. Along the way, they encounter a colorful cast of characters, including the cunning dwarf brothers Brock and Sindri, and the fearsome Norse gods Thor and Balder. Y'all know them well. But amidst the excitement and anticipation for the future of the series, there are whispers of a return to the past. If you are a legacy God of War fan, then you probably already know that the first installment of the game that was released in 2005 turns 20 years old next year in 2025. Rumors abound that the OG God of War trilogy, parts 1, 2, and 3, may be getting a fresh coat of paint for modern consoles, with a remaster or remake in the works for parts 1, 2, and 3. This news has gotten fans buzzing with excitement, eager to revisit the classics that defined a generation of gaming. Wouldn't that be such a treat for lovers of the franchise? I think so. Here's where things get kind of tricky though. Nick Baker, one of the plugs for the insider gaming scene, opened up Pandora's box.
Pandora's box?
Pandora's box, yeah. That's right, y'all see what I just did, on the Xbox Era podcast. And aside from the Sly Cooper and the infamous debacles, this guy's got some relatively serious credibility in the leaker world. In episode 191 of the Xbox Era podcast, He all but said he was not vibing with the new direction of God of War, preferring the old hack and slash vibes. I can't say that I'm mad at that. And get this, he's heard whispers that the OG trilogy just might be coming back, remastered and all, exclusively for PlayStation. That's crazy, am I right? But hold up though, don't you go popping the confetti just yet, my gamer friends.
The gates of Hades have never held me.
Baker wasn't totally sure about all the details. Like, he couldn't really say for sure if he thought it was going to drop in 2024 or 2025, which, as I mentioned before, 2025 might be a little more fitting since the original release, God of War 1, released 20 years prior to next year. And he wasn't clear on whether it's going to be a basic port or a full-on revamp like, say, the Metroid Prime remaster. My guess is that Mans is crossing his fingers, as I am, for the latter. But hey, beggars can't be choosers, and the originals are still as exciting to get into today as they ever were. So if they end up being just a buffing and shining of the classics, I personally wouldn't complain. Too much, that is. Oh, and one more thing. Baker's sources also were sure to make clear that the remastering would probably only be for the trilogy, meaning just the mainline games. So sorry if you were hoping for some Ascension action. Damn. On a personal side note though, guys.
Be quick with your words.
I am like Nick. I don't necessarily attract to the style of gameplay that the newer God of War games have. I am a huge fan of the old hack and slash style. To me, it's synonymous with the name God of War. It just goes with it. Also, the old style QTEs, the QuickTime events. That shit to me was so satisfying. And again, I just think that these styles are part of the God of War series' legacy. This by no means that I won't play the current games. I definitely will. But I guess in a way, they just don't really feel like I'm playing a God of War. That's just how I personally view this. But hey, back on topic. A trilogy remaster is still not all that's being talked about. Check this out. There are talks of a half sequel focusing on Atreus and his own journey in the aftermath of God of War Ragnarok. This, my friends, could open up new possibilities for the series, allowing players to step into the shoes of Kratos' son and experience the world of Norse mythology from a fresh perspective. That would be nice. It's an exciting prospect and one that has gotten fans eagerly awaiting further news from Santa Monica Studio. In the end of all of this, whether you're a longtime fan of the series or a newcomer drawn in by the recent reboot, there's no denying the impact of God of War on the gaming world. From its humble beginnings on the PlayStation 2 and the PSP to its status as one of the most beloved franchises in gaming history, God of War has captured the hearts of players around the world, no doubt. And with this promise of a new adventure on the horizon, the future looks brighter than ever for Kratos, maybe Atreus, and the worlds they inhabit. So grab your controller and prepare for the journey of a lifetime. The world of God of War, yet still awaits, and it's time to make another mark on history.